Hi everyone, my name is James. Welcome to King's Fine Woodworking. Well, today we have to replace a compressor, so I'm off to the Ingersoll Rand store. Unfortunately, I ruined our last compressor because it ran low on oil and the pump seized up. So, based on the advice of a friend and some other members of our community group, I decided to come get a new one, and a lot of people recommended Ingersoll Rand. So it's a 60-gallon tank, and in reality, this was only about $75 more than a bottom-of-the-line Husky air compressor, and this is one of the top-of-the-line air compressors for this class. Now, this isn't a sponsored video, and I don't really know even how good this compressor is. We did pay for it with our own money, but we're going to give it a shot, and we'll report back on it, in 6 months or a year, and tell everybody what we think about it. Several members of our community group had asked if I could put this in a short video, the process of getting a new compressor, unboxing, and swapping it out for our old one. So we thought we'd throw this together just for them. I do have to say the people here were really friendly, but I had asked these two fellas how heavy this thing was because I thought we might be able to just pick it up and set it in the back of my Excursion. And they said no, they thought it would be in the 400 or high 400 pound range, and it'd be too heavy to pick up. So he decided to pick it up with a forklift, and I really wasn't supposed to help while they were loading it. And we did go get the Husky compressor from Home Depot on our own, and that took us, I don't know, I think it was 2 of us, and we loaded it without too much difficulty, maybe 3 of us, and did that whole process ourselves. So I was getting a little worried that this thing was going to be really, really heavy to unload. But I figured if need be, I would get some help at home, and these guys were kind enough to get it loaded for me, so I think everything was going to work out just fine. They were struggling just a little bit there, though, but the forklift got it leaned down safely, and they were able to pick it up and push it right into place without too much trouble. So here we are back at home, and I had to run inside and go to the restroom and make a phone call. And the kids are outside. My daughter Maya, her boyfriend Kyle, and my youngest daughter Sai are all out there, and I think that they got the idea they were just going to go ahead and do this by themselves. So I guess Kyle picked one end of it up and told Rupa, my wife, that it wasn't so heavy and they could get it, and sure enough, that's exactly what they did. Rupa stood there and filmed it, and they unloaded this thing all by themselves. So I thought that was a little bit funny. The guys at the Ingersoll Rand store needed a forklift and 2 big grown men to load this, and these 3 just took this out without any trouble at all. We have a couple of carts that we use to carry heavy machinery and heavy pieces of furniture around from the backyard to the front yard. So they just put some blankets on one of the carts. I think they're 1,000-pound rated carts, so they're pretty heavy duty. And they just laid the compressor down on the cart and wheeled it right around to the backyard. Yeah, I don't think the guys who loaded it for us over at Ingersoll Rand were right. I don't think this thing's anywhere near 400 pounds. I would guess it's about 225 or 250. And it looks like the shop dogs are on standby to help. Well, the first thing that I needed to do was to go ahead and unwire my cord out of the old compressor. When you buy a compressor that's this size, they don't come with any electrical cords for plug-in. So you have to have a cord made up, usually at a big box store. You just tell them what gauge you're looking for. It's just an electrical cord. They'll make it whatever length that you need, and you buy the end for it that plugs into the wall. And all I was really doing is swapping this cord from one compressor over to the other. So here, all I'm doing is just disassembling it directly from this compressor. Now, wiring these things is really simple. There's just 3 wires total. There's a black, a white, and a green. The green is for the ground, and the black goes to the black point, and the white goes to the white point. Obviously, you need to make sure that the other end of this is not plugged in when you take the wire off. And so Kyle is helping me to take this old compressor out of the shed. We have a shed that's right around behind our shop, and the shed is soundproof, and inside of the shed we keep our compressor and our dust collector, and we just port those over into the main shop. That way we don't have the dust and the noise and everything else going on and all that. And we have some lumber storage in this shed as well, and it just saves some space in the shop. So now all I need to do is take my cable, my cord there, and wire it into this one. There's a little knockout there that I can put so that I can put a strain relief connector onto the end of this cable, and I'll port it in through there. I'll put the little nut on it that locks that strain relief into place, and then we'll wire this up. This is a pretty straightforward operation. White to white, black to black, and green to ground. So I had mentioned our King's Find Woodworking community page earlier. This is a Facebook group page that we have. The page is all about woodworkers helping other woodworkers, sharing advice, getting project ideas, and I also share all the best deals and discounts that I get for tools and supplies. I regularly write articles, and I spend a lot of time in the group helping whenever I can. I probably spend 100 hours a month or so answering questions in there, and it's a place to share your work as well. So if that's a Facebook group that you think you might be interested in, I will leave a link to the group in the description below. All right, next step is to just lift this thing up and walk it into place. And looks like we've got some extra help. Another shop dog there. The other guy in the background is a friend of Si's from school. And we're just going to try to walk it right back into place where it was before, or where the other one was before. That gives us a little bit of walkway room right in the middle, and I guess plenty of room for the dogs to walk by as well. And I've got to go ahead and plumb it, so I'm just going to put a new stretch of Teflon tape around the hose there. And since that hose doesn't have a swivel in it, I had to unwind it in reverse about 7 or 8 turns before I could wind it on and twist it on there, so it didn't end up binding as I was getting it all fully connected. And then after that, we're going to go ahead and screw this down to the floor, ideally through some floor joists, so this compressor doesn't walk around on us. Okay, and we're ready to go. So I have read the instruction manual, which is pretty straightforward, and they give you a starter kit with Ingersoll Rand compressors, which includes their synthetic oil. And I think if you use their synthetic oil, you get an extended warranty or something with it. And they give you enough for a year, a supply of oil and air filter changes. So the first step is to fill it with oil, because it comes shipped without that. And then that's it. I guess after that, we're ready to turn it on and make sure that it all works, and it looks like it works fantastic. And there it is, all put together and in place next to the dust collector. You can kind of see how everything looks from the inside of the shed there. That's some of the soundproofing that's on the inside, and there's a rock wool insulation soundproofing as well. And that's about it. Thanks for watching.